Hello guys, welcome back with me Cho 2025. Today we're going to learn how to install and use Zonos. Zonos is a leading open-weight text-to-speech model trained on more than 200 hours of varied multilingual speech, delivering expressiveness and quality on par with, or even surpassing, top TTS providers. The model enables highly natural speech generation from text prompts when given a speaker embedding or audio prefix, and can accurately perform speech cloning when given a reference clip spanning just a few seconds. The conditioning setup also allows for fine control over speaking rate, pitch variation, audio quality, and emotions such as happiness, fear, sadness, and anger. The model outputs speech natively at 4.4 Hz. Zonos is as fast as F5 TTS, but Zonos has a motion slider. Of course, the emotion is really affected by the source original voice, the text that you input, and a bunch of other settings. So don't expect magic here. Although it is better than F5 TTS in some way, installing this might be more complicated because it has no Pinocchio script. To install Zonos, you need to have install Git, C++ library, and CUA 12.4. The link how to install them is in video description. The first step is to access Zonos for Windows GitHub, link in video description. Check the installation part. You need to open Windows PowerShell with administrator. Just search PowerShell on Windows and right-click it and select Run as administrator. Copy the script type set, execution policy unrestricted, and paste it in PowerShell. Click Enter. When you are asked, answer A for yes to all. For you that worried, PowerShell's execution policy is a safety feature that controls the conditions under which PowerShell loads configuration files and runs scripts. This feature helps prevent the execution of malicious scripts. The execution policy isn't a security system that restricts user actions. For example, users can easily bypass a policy by typing the script contents at the command line when they cannot run a script. Instead, the execution policy helps users to set basic rules and prevents them from violating them unintentionally. When you set unrestricted, then it means unsigned scripts can run. So there is a risk of running malicious scripts. After that, close the PowerShell. Back to the GitHub page, copy-paste the Git address by scrolling to the top of the page and click Code. Copy the Git link. Now access the new folder where you're going to install this. Write cmda from there to open the directory. Write git clone and paste the address. Click Enter and wait until the cloning process finished. Back to your folder, a new folder called Zonos for Windows will be created. Access this folder. To install Zonos for Windows, right-click Winstall UV, kinglong.piece1, click Run with PowerShell. This will install Zonos for Windows for you. If you're still afraid, you could open the file in the notepad to check the installation script first to make sure no malicious script there. Also, this will create you virtual environment, so no need to create one manually. This going to take a while, because it also going to download some files. Wait until install finished show up. When the screen like this, you could safely close the PowerShell. To run this, right-click to Run Gradio.piece1 and run it with PowerShell. The first time you do this, they're going to take some time, because it is going to download the model. After it finished, you can now try cloning some voices to text-to-speech. Here are an example of voice. It only need 10-second voices, but you can have more. You could also trim manually here but clicking the scissor icon.
Hi, nice to see you for our weekly session. How are you?
Anyway, after you're done, write your text in text-to-synthesize block. Click Generate Audio. Here are the results.
Checking a box will make the model ignore the corresponding conditioning value and make it unconditional. Practically, this means the given conditioning feature will be unconstrained and filled in automatically.
Now remove the check on emotion. It means now emotion slider will play a part. Remember that emotion is also affected by the source data and the text input. So let's try writing some neutral sound here. We now use happiness emotion.
Checking a box will make the model ignore the corresponding conditioning value and make it unconditional. Practically, this means the given conditioning feature will be unconstrained and filled in automatically.
Anger emotion.
Checking a box will make the model ignore the corresponding conditioning value and make it unconditional. Practically, this means the given conditioning feature will be unconstrained and filled in automatically.
Other emotion.
Checking a box will make the model ignore the corresponding conditioning value and make it unconditional. Practically, this means the given conditioning feature will be unconstrained and filled in automatically.
I don't think there's really a big difference here. We also try sad voice with sad text.
I am so sad, he left me at the altar.
With context of feeling sad, I think it change a little, but since the source is neutral, it is kinda hard to make the expected emotion here.
I am so sad, he left me at the altar.
Now let's talk about the conditioning parameters. First, the DNSMOS Overall DNSMS or Deep Noise Suppression Mean Opinion Score is a MAOS score for the output audio. This is similar to VQ score and tends to have a stronger entanglement with emotions. It additionally has a strong entanglement with languages, set to 4.0 for very clean and neutral English speech, else we recommend setting it to unconditional. Next is Fmax, Fhertz. Fmax specifies the max frequency of the audio. For best results, select 220 or 50,000 as these correspond to 44.1 and 48 kHz audio respectively. They should not be any different in terms of actual max frequency since the model's sampling rate is 44.1 kHz, but they represent different slices of data which lead to slightly different voicing. Selecting a lower value generally produces lower quality results both in terms of acoustics and voicing. Next is VQ score. This encodes the desired VQ score value for the output audio. VQ score is an unsupervised speech quality, a cleanliness estimation method that we found has superior generalization and reduced biases compared to supervised methods like DNSMOS. A good value for our model is 0.78 for high-quality speech. The 8 dimensions correspond to consecutive 1/8 chunks of the audio. If for an 8-second output, the first dimension represents the quality of the first second only. For inference, we generally set all 8 dimensions to the same value. This has an unfortunately strong correlation with expressiveness. So for expressive speech, we recommend setting it to unconditional. Next is pitch Std. It specifies the standard deviation of the pitch of the output audio. Wider variations of pitch tend to be more correlated with expressive speech. Good values are from 2045 for normal speech and 60-150 for expressive speech. Higher than that generally tend to be crazier samples. Next is speaking rate. It specifies the number of phonemes to be read per second. When entering a long text, it is advisable to adjust the speaking rate such that the number of phonemes is readable within the generation length. For example, if your generation length is 10 seconds and your input is 300 phonemes, you would want either 30 phonemes per second, which is very fast, or to generate a longer sample. The model's maximum is 30 seconds. Please note that unrealistic speaking rates can be OO'd for the model and create undesirable effects. So at the 30-second limit, it can be better to cut the text short and do multiple generations than to feed the model the entire prompt and have an unrealistically low speaking rate. Unconditional toggles. Checking a box will make the model ignore the corresponding conditioning value and make it unconditional. Practically, this means the given conditioning feature will be unconstrained and filled in automatically. Now here are another examples. I make this text. I am so happy to see you. You look so lovely. Do you want to have some drink with me? You want? Let's go then. We will use no emotion. Here are the results.
I am so happy to see you. You look so lovely. Do you want to have some drink with me? You want? Let's go then.
Sound happy because the source is happy. Now we will add emotion of happiness. Here are the results.
Hi, I'm so happy to see you. You look so lovely. Do you want to have some drink with me? You want? Let's go then.
Sound happy too. Now we will increase the pitch Std to 65. Here are the results.
Hi, I'm so happy to see you. You look so lovely. Do you want to have some drink with me? You want? Let's go then.
Sounds great. Because it is an expressive voice, we need to adjust the speech Std to above 60. So let's try make it sound disgust with more speech as T. Here are the results.
Hi, I'm so happy to see you. You look so lovely. Do you want to have some drink with me? You want? Let's go then.
Is not working, maybe because I add happy in the text. Let's try removing it and change it into other words. Oh, it's you again. You should go away. What? You want to have some drink with me? Not in a million years.
Oh, it's you again. You should go away? What? You want to have some drink with me? Not in a million years.
Okay, let's tweak it. This is the best I could come out with. It is add a little emotion, but not as good as I wanted.
Oh, it's you again. You should go away? What? You want to have some drink with me? Not in a million years.
By turning off the VQ8, it create a better emotion. So I suggest do that if you source voice and the emotion you want to create is different.
Oh, it's you again. You should go away. What? You want to have some drink with me? Not in a million years. Oh, it's you again. You should go away. What do you want to have some drink with me? Not in a million years.
Now another example using surprise and sadness with this text. How could you do this to me? You really let me down. I never expected you to be this cruel. I will never forget about what you did. Here are the results.
How could you do this to me? You really let me down. I never expected you to be this cruel. We'll never forget about what you did.
It is better, right? Now let's try adjust by deactivating DNSMOS Overall. Here are the results.
How could you do this to me? You really let me down. I never expected you to be this cruel. I will never forget about what you did.
The result is quite good too. So this is also an option. Even when changed into anger, the result is still good.
How could you do this to me?
Is not great, but it way better than without the option.
How could you do this to me? You really let me down. I never expected you to be this cruel. I will never forget about what you did.
Final thought, I think for me Zonos will not replace my F5 TTS. It created more reliable result than Zonos. Zonos result could be very good, but at some time also generate bad result. So F5 TTS currently more reliable for me. But Zonos would be a great alternatives if you want to generate emotion on your text to video. And this is something that F5 TTS couldn't do, at least with one source voice data. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and comment. See you again on the next episode, and have a nice day. Please subscribe!